So this has been a bit of a week-long endeavor for me. I have been working on the past week on a Raycaster. If you don't know what a Raycaster is, it's basically a 2D map. Like for example, here's my 2D map, and it creates a 3D map based on what you see here. So for example, if I go into play mode, you'll see underneath the map a 3D game, or what looks like a 3D game. See how you kind of get this 3D shape. I'm running on a low resolution right now because I want to show you how I can bump it up later. But you can see as I move closer to the spinny thing, you can see it being rendered in the background. And there's no 3D anything going on here. This is all based on a system called raycasting. I won't go into depth on what raycasting is right now because I will be uploading my own video on how to do this, or at least how I did it on my main channel. But so if you want to check that out, there will be a link in the description for that. But I've been working on the past week on this game for a game jam that I probably will not be participating in only because it's like past the deadline at this point. But it's this 32-bit jam, which is a jam for games that are designed to look like on PlayStation 1 era consoles. And I know we were like long past Raycasters by the time the PlayStation 1 came around. But I really wanted to learn how to make a Raycaster, I said, why not? But that being said, I pulled up an example of Wolfenstein 3D, which is a Raycaster, to give like an idea of what a Raycaster is. It looks 3D, like you can see there's depth, and this guy's clearly farther away. You can walk down this hallway, and the hallway is very distinguished. But this is all 2D. It's a 2D map where invisible lines are shot out into space. Whenever it hits in contact with another sprite, it'll draw a line on the screen at a correct height. Um, and I wanted to make one of these. So I find these super interesting. So that's what I set out to do, and I went down a massive rabbit hole of learning raycasting, and then learning compute shaders, because this is my first success at the Raycaster, and you'll see that it looks okay, and it actually runs pretty well. That's because I'm running on a low resolution. I'm running at 240p by 180, which I believe is yeah, 240 by 180. That's the resolution that this is running at. And it looks pretty good, I'd say. But as soon as I bump it up in resolution, such as what I did here, I wanted it running at 640 by 480, so I set it, and it immediately tanked in performance. You can see it just doesn't look that good. It was so incredibly stuttery. So I went down a rabbit hole and learned compute shaders, which I did here. Instead of using a loop in a C# script, which runs on the CPU, I decided to push that to my graphics card to run the loop instead. And this calculates all the colors that you'll see on the screen. So now, if I bump this up to the resolution that you saw in the laggy video, which would be 640 by 480, and I hit play, you'll see no difference in frame rate. It's so smooth. And what's insane is I can bump it up even further. Let's say I didn't want this game to be 480p. Let's say I wanted to make a 16 by 9, modern monitors are usually 1080p. Let's bump it up. I might actually need to change the resolution of the thing I'm using here just because I have some presets. But if I run it, you'll see that it works perfect. Like, it works pretty perfectly, and that's because I have so much of it running on the GPU. And once I figured this out, it was just smooth sailing from here. But you may notice everything's kind of flat right now. I still need to add textures, and I might do that in another video, because in Wolfenstein, you saw the walls were all textured. And I think there's a lot of math that goes into figuring this stuff out. But I'm gonna have a video uploaded on my main channel about how I got this Raycaster set up, and then I'll go in depth about how everything works, and then I'll make another video soon once I get textures figured out, because I really want to get these textures figured out, and I have a really neat game idea. I know I'm making a Backrooms game right now, and that's not going on the back burner. I'm going to be working on that. but this piqued my interest, and I want to make a mini game. At least maybe get one level done, work on the Backrooms game, and then get back on this. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. This is going to be my shorts channel, but just because I don't want to upload, I uploaded a few small videos in the past about projects I'm working on. However, I want to make that change, and this is going to be my channel for all of that. So yeah, thanks for watching. Main channel links in the description. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later.